We are picking herbs today. I emptied my rack of dried herbs this weekend, and now it is time to gather some more from this area and throughout the garden. Also have lemon balm, an abundance of it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. Okay, so this is just from our little cement area. We've got lemon balm and English thyme, lemon verbena, peppermint, some sage, licorice mint, oregano, yarrow leaf, motherwort, and rosemary, and lemon thyme. And I'm gonna go ahead and take these in and start hanging them and drying them. With herbs like these, I usually don't wash them because we water them and they get washed with the rain. And if I don't see noticeable dirt on them, then they're fine. And also I look for bugs too when I'm hanging them. And also, like, I tried to go through these as I was picking them, but you'll see some spots, some of these aren't bad, like these ones that are like dried out, or just don't look the greatest. I'll take those leaves off, like this one, because I don't need to save a leaf like that. So just go ahead and pinch that off. And yeah, I'm gonna take them inside because it's very sunny and I don't want them to start wilting. Okay, here we are inside. I've got my baskets and my herb rack. I have these little cheesecloths in case sometimes the basil, which I didn't cut this time, but they usually fall off the stems, and so I usually just drape the cheesecloth at the top and then just lay which I actually still might do that because I picked basil yesterday for caprese little appetizer things, and I had extras, so I think I might go ahead and do that. You can also use a dehydrator. I do have a dehydrator. I just am a little bit more biased to just hanging them to dry. The first year that we grew herbs, I did use the dehydrator and it worked fine. The reason I like air drying them better is, one, I enjoy the process of tying string around each one, hanging them, and then putting it in our dark hallway for a few weeks. And just the beauty of it, I really just enjoy that part of it. And I just don't love the noise of a dehydrator in the background going. It's not my favorite thing. And so yeah, and by hanging them to dry, you're not putting any heat with them. It's just all natural. I'll show you from this angle my setup. So here's my drying rack. So I use these in the winter for clothes and then in the summer for hanging up herbs. I got one of these for 50 cents from a yard sale, and then the other two for like $1 or $2 from an auction. And then there's my baskets of herbs. And yeah, just enjoying the atmosphere. So whenever I do this, I usually like make it a really fun atmosphere. I have my iced coffee, and then I usually play like a YouTube video I like. So I've recently found Miranda Christine's YouTube. So I love, she's in Kentucky, and she does thrift hauls and decorate with me stuff. So if you like that type of thing, I highly recommend her channel. It's just so nice to have those type of things playing in the background. It's wholesome and encouraging and inspiring. So I'm watching one of her videos today and yeah, getting to it. Okay, they are all strung up, and I haven't done this before, but normally when they're already dry, and there's ones like peppermint and spearmint, and I forget which is which, so I end up like trying to smell it. So this time I just made my life easier, and I labeled the ones that might be harder to tell, like peppermint. And let's see over here. Yeah, so I have lemon thyme and English thyme. So I labeled the lemon thyme one and spearmint over here. So I'll put this in the hallway, and yeah, so excited. Also, this guy, I don't know if you guys remember from the auction video, the shelf that I got for $2. So one of you all shared that it is a VHS rack, which makes so much sense. But this is how I have repurposed it. So this is all fallen over because I used my bread bowls last night. Yeah, so I love the way that it looks. I have yarrow hanging from here, which is actually dry and ready to go. And then I have my larger wide mouth mason jar lids here, and then the smaller jars here, and our garden books, more garden and country and canning books, and then all of our cookbooks down there. But I love the way it looks. It's so pretty. Good morning. It is a new day, and I'm getting ready to make my hormone balance tea blend. So this recipe is from Dawn Combs' Conceiving Healthy Babies book. This book is awesome if you are trying to get pregnant, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding. She gives like a breakdown of all of the herbs and if they're good or not for each of those phases. I'll show you my process of making the loose leaf tea. So it's peppermint, licorice root, red raspberry leaf, alfalfa leaf, nettle, motherwort, and yeah, dandelion. And so I will just go ahead and mix all of those together and put them in here and here. I usually do 2 batches, and I try to drink 3 cups of this a day. I like it cold as well. So when I mix it, I usually I do a big batch of it, and then I'll drink the first cup warm, and then I'll put the rest in the fridge and then drink that cold. Okay, and here they are. The red raspberry leaf likes to stick together, so I like to try to really break it up with the other herbs. So then it's 1 teaspoon per 8-ounce cup. And it's done. And here are the jars that I have sitting in our living room. So sometimes I'll put them outside, but recently this part of our house gets sun from like noon to the evening, so I just leave them in here. So I have, this is a massage oil that I'm infusing. So it is comfrey lavender chamomile plus coconut oil, almond oil, cocoa butter, and vitamin E oil. So I just started this one, so it'll take a month to infuse. And then this one I've been infusing since mid-August, and this is jojoba oil and the vanilla bean that I ordered from Azure, and I wish you could smell it because it smells amazing. I'm really excited about this. I think I'm going to let it infuse for 2 months to really get the vanilla smell, so I'm going to use this as a perfume. I'm going to put it in a rolly bottle, and yeah, so this is organic jojoba oil and then the vanilla beans. And then this one is actually ready for me to take it out. So this is rose geranium in olive oil, and I've been infusing this since July 30th, and this is supposed to help mosquitoes, repel them. So I thought I would give it a try, and also it's supposed to help like if you get a mosquito bite, the itch. So Yeah, you can definitely tell that it's done infusing by the way that the geranium looks. It looks like all of the properties have been taken out of it. And then this one is also ready, actually. It is calendula or calendula in jojoba oil. And yeah, my oil is supposed to be above that, but it's just absorbed so much of it. I'm going to use this oil as a oil for my face when I do gua sha, because calendula is supposed to be really good for your skin. And lastly is this guy. So this is one of Rosemary Gladstar's recipes from her course that I'm taking, and it will be a burn salve. So it is comfrey, St. John's wort, and calendula. My own calendula. Both of these are mine from the garden. This calendula, and then what I have in here, the rose geranium is from my garden, and yeah, none of these are from my garden. These are herbs from Mountain Rose Herbs. And then the St. John's wort and the comfrey is also from Mountain Rose Herbs. So I just started this one as well, and I'm going to make this into a salve. So 2 months ago, I got a really bad burn on my arm, and I had wished that I had had this made. So I am preparing and going to go ahead and get that done. So those are the oils that I'm infusing right now, and I'll let you know what I think of them. I can already let you know that I'm a huge fan of this. It smells amazing. If you want to make your own vanilla oil, just get organic jojoba oil and vanilla beans and infuse them, and voila, you have an amazing smelling body oil that doesn't have any gross toxic ingredients in it. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do for herbs this morning before I get on my way doing other things for the day is I'm going to gather some basil to dehydrate and also dandelion. So we have this little patch over here that we've kind of just let go wild. And I'm really grateful that we did, because we have a lot of beautiful herbs growing in it. So look at these dandelion leaves that are just so beautiful and protected. So I'm gonna pick all of these beauties today. There was a bug on it. I was shaking it off. And then there's some red clover, so I'll pick these guys, and I also need to pick the dead ones so that they keep on blooming. And if you don't know, plantain leaf, I'm not going to use these because these are like really dusty because we have a lot in our grass out there, but this is plantain leaf, and it is so good for you. So there's so many uses for it. You can make a tincture, you can make an oil and then turn it into a salve. So plantain leaf pulls out toxins from the body. So if you have a splinter that's like really deep and you can't use your tweezers to get it out, crunch this guy up and put it like till it's nice and juicy. Put it on the splinter, band-aid it or tape it to the splinter, and then in a few hours take it off, and you'll see that the splinter will have come to the surface. That's the same for bee stings. When Scott and I get stung by our bees or any bees, we put that on it, and the pain almost immediately goes away, and it really does pull all the toxins out. So these little guys that we think are so often a weed are actually a huge blessing, and I'm pretty sure everyone has them in their yard. So yeah, I'm not going to collect those today, but just doing dandelion and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, basil. I'm going to go out to our garden and collect basil today as well. So I hope that that is encouraging, and yeah, I am taking Rosemary Gladstar's herb course. However, if I were to do it again, I probably wouldn't sign up for this course. I got a deal on it. She had a $100 off thing when I signed up for it, and it's been really useful. I'm very grateful for it. I do enjoy it. I don't love the way that the course is arranged. I feel like it's kind of random, especially for someone like me that came in knowing nothing. I have a friend on Instagram at Along the Meadow, and Melissa is her name, and she has an herb course that she has just put out. It's only $100, and if I hadn't already bought the Rosemary Gladstar one, I probably would have signed up for hers, because it seems like it's like for the newbie to herbs, and she gives very practical recipes for each herb, and there's pictures of the herbs, and it's just, it looks very practical. So if that's something that you're interested in, yeah, I don't get anything from that. I just think it's useful to help. I remember back in the winter when I was trying to find an herb place or an herb school or something to learn from. It's hard when you don't really know what you're looking for. Also, the Herb Academy also looks really cool, but if you just get on Pinterest and look at their like recipes that they post on Pinterest, I don't even know if you would need to sign up for the course, really. They post a lot of their recipes on Pinterest. So I hope that that's encouraging for you today. And if you have any awesome tincture or oil recipe that you make that you have found work and you really like, you can feel free to send them to me, message me. I love trying all of this stuff, and I'm just so grateful for God's creation and getting to learn how to steward it well. God bless you guys.